Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. As you can tell, it is still card week, which means somehow I managed to find the energy to record one more episode on the same day as the previous episode. Which means it is, of course, still Saturday. It is now Saturday night. I am still pretty tired because today I had a lot to do. Had to do cardio, had to do laundry, then I went for a walk, had dinner, and had a can of cherry coke with my dinner. Cherry coke is one of my favorite, actually probably my favorite drink of all time, and it's just the best. I hadn't had a coke for quite a while though, so I think the caffeine is hitting me perhaps a little bit harder than usual, and I think that's what's keeping me from just collapsing and calling it night. And I thought, you know what better way to burn off some of this excess energy than to play a bit of Siralim. You might be wondering, hey Ellie, if it's Saturday night, why aren't you out and about having fun? Well, the answer is because I was already out on Friday night, and frankly, once is enough for me. I am an old man. One night, you know what, that's all I can handle. One night per week. I'm not that old, but old enough that, you know what, you have one good night, you're like, let's just quit while we're ahead. Anyway, this episode we've got a couple things to do. Hopefully we're gonna finish off this Rune of Prophecies. That's gotta happen. Secondly, we're gonna test out whether the hopefully it never comes up, but in case extra traits show up in realms again. Excuse me. If extra traits do show up in realms again, we're gonna see whether the macro that we've given to our creatures, well, specifically just to our animatus, whether that works. We try to tweak things a little by reducing our mimic's speed, but I don't know if that's going to apply in realms where our stats are swapped. There's one other thing I want to do before I go in, and I've decided that this is worth it just because enemies have been bugging me so many times with their relentless spellcasting, is that I'm going to unsocket disposability from the Mimic. It's gone, and in its place I am going to put... what was the name? One of the vortexes, the Mana Vortex. Mana Wind. Although I don't... Is that the name of the item or the name of the trait? I think that's the name of the item. So in the slot 5 boots... Ah, so the Mimic is wearing boots, which is raising his speed, which is a bit of a problem. But you know what, let's not worry about it too much. I think we've created enough of a stat difference between the Mimic and our Animatus that our Animatus should reliably be going first. Where is it? Mana Wind. Yeah, we're just gonna use it. We are just gonna use it. Stifle, apparently, is the name of the trait. And we'll see if this helps us out. It should. But again, hopefully we don't have to worry about it too much. It's really only in awful situations, like if there are a bunch of salamanders, if enemies are fused with salamanders, stuff like that. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, hopefully this does help us shut all of that down, even in situations where we don't get a realm debuff on our enemies to silence them right now. One other thing that we've been doing is we have been going through the realms that we've already beaten the god of and spending our emblems on the remaining decorations, the remaining spells, and any spare emblems are going to go to keys. So the next one on our list is going to be Muse and then Shalan. So let's just go ahead and do that. No boss fight means we can go directly to the Astral Gallery, which is Muse's realm. We're going to see what we're dealing with. So what are we dealing with? An okay realm. They're fused with beacons. Now that's an interesting thing, because I do believe beacons do a lot of spellcasting shenanigans. Let's make our donation. Let's buy our remaining items within the marble. Interesting. And the throne, of course. And let's buy the rest of the spells. Scorned or silenced? I prefer being able to pick which one I want. Interesting. I'll get that as well. That's actually interesting. Mainly because of the thing of the enemies losing defense. Condemn light. Interesting. Oh no, this isn't gonna help us against Aeolian, because Aeolian's thing isn't based on his own class. It's just based on a separate mechanic on top of that, which says only certain classes can do damage. So yeah, never mind. Never mind. And then there's this. Caster recovers. That seems fine. Any other things hidden over here? Not really. Alright, so we'll spend the rest of it on keys. Again, we'll keep 100 emblems in the bank. How many keys do we have now? 408. Getting up there. Getting up there. Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize that this guy is gonna be in there, so let's just kill him and make sure that he doesn't come back. Okay. And attacks deal less damage. Shouldn't bother us too much, although oh, they have a chance to resist damage. I was wondering why they're just not taking that many of it. Usually when enemies are avoiding your damage for seemingly no reason, it's because this thing, this realm property, chance to resist damage, has showed up. It's a really annoying, really frustrating one, and it doesn't seem like there's anything that you can do about it. Sometimes the enemies will they'll just decide that they're not going to take any damage from you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I should have probably buffed. And why is my Mimic going ahead of my Animatus? See, they cast a spell and now they're silenced. However, in boss fights, they only get the resisted silence, which means they're still able to cast, their spells are just less effective, which kind of defeats the main purpose of silencing from my perspective. I don't care about the damage they're doing or, you know, any stat modification, that kind of nonsense. I just want them to stop wasting my time with their spell casting. However, boss fights are relatively rare, so I don't mind, you know, things that maybe have exceptions for boss fights, as long as you have a speed of... I see what's happening. Wait, no! You have a speed of 1.5 million. How? How? How does the game determine who's going first? I thought it was for sure based on speed. Am I mistaken? Oh yeah, the beacons have resurrection stuff going on as well. Hey, there's a card. A hound card. It must have come from the loot drop. So, always gotta love it when you find an early card drop. Really takes the pressure off the rest of the episode. You can just chill, even if you don't find anything else. At least you found a card early. Let's just do this just to make sure that nothing funky happens. Oh no! God, the damage avoidance really is kind of awful. It really is annoying, but oh no, there are 5 enemies left. 5 enemies left, and I don't think this is going to be a divination candle kind of realm. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. Freak Master. Oh, I forgot to read what he had to say. Surely it's just something about them burning stuff, probably. Maybe. You know what, let's do this. I know they've silenced themselves, but I guess this is also considered to be a boss, like a quasi-boss fight situation. Alright, let me have my turn, please. Thank you. And that has given us our 8th victory against the Efreet. Let's hit these guys as well. And they have gone down. 4 enemies remain. Gotta love it when the enemies start out silenced. Although I think we got that because of a realm property. Right? Yeah. So this would be a decent realm to farm things like salamanders or Pandoras. Anything where the main issue is that they would normally just be casting a bunch of spells and wasting your time. Ooh, got a riddle dwarf. Generos is overgrown temple. Alright. God, man, the damage resistance is just fucking insufferable. Okay. It's just so frustrating. There's the candle. We're not gonna be doing anything at the candle. Yeah, look at this garbage. Oh my god, how... It's 28%, it feels like they're getting it way more often than what is reasonable. Just die, please. Thank you. Alright. Some treasure added. This person. We are just about ready. Well, not quite. We'll do this, and then we will be just about ready to call it good. You know what? I'm just gonna... Should have probably been doing Clayman throughout this realm. Would have maybe sped things up. Anyway, I'm done. I'm over it. We found a card. We had a... Oh yeah, we gotta pick this thing up as well. And now we're done. We found a card. We were mildly annoyed by the realm properties, and now we are ready to move on. Next place... Oh well, first of all, we've got some projects to hand in. Next, I think we had to go to... I don't remember. Didn't get another favor rank for that pilgrimage. I mean, I guess our level is pretty high with Regalis. Almost 130. Man, that is a lot of levels. So where are we gonna go? Next is Shalan, so the Feylands. No boss fight means we are free to go to any realm we want. $404 sounds pretty good to me. Feylands is our goal. Let's do it. Again, we'll buy the remaining decorations. The remaining spells. Fey, Whimsy. And the throne. I guess these are going to be the main decorations that we don't have. A column, I guess, or a statue, maybe? Protected, really? What else are we dealing with? Masochists seem like they're probably fine. Excuse me? Oh, again, they've got the chance to resist damage. How is that guy still alive? Fuck off, dude. Oh, well, that's irritating. Oh, yeah. The remaining spells that we didn't get. Caster dies. That doesn't seem very useful. This one's a fun spell. Thoughts and Prayers. It, I assume, is just meant to run up your total of spells cast for the various effects that get stronger based on how many spells you have cast. Fist of Heavens. Wasn't that a Diablo 2 like a paladin special ability, like Fist of the Heavens, I think was the name. Heaven's Fury. Target loses maximum health. That could be fun. Oh, but we already have that. Gains a random trait. Interesting. Should we give this to the Dread White? This could cause a lot of chaos. We could end up with traits that are bad for us. I don't think we should. We're not really struggling, so why tempt fate? But we'll buy it. We'll buy it, and we'll spend the rest of our money on keys. Sounds good. How many are we at? 31, yeah. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. Frostbite is Azrael. And have we donated? I'm sure we have. Oh god. And that's the other thing about them resisting damage, is that it just slows everything down, because sometimes they'll just have a string of really good luck and they'll just resist tons of damage, and then you'll be sad. Alright. Close to another favor rank as well, so that'll be nice when we hit it. Against these guys we should do a bit of this, then a bit of that. I know, I want to check something. I want to look at the stats. Like, what does speed do? Am I? Here we go. Speed determines the creature's starting position. Like, so my speed 500,000, speed 1.4 million. I don't get it. Clearly I'm missing something here. They're both at the top of the timeline. Okay, which it should be death. They're both at the top of the timeline. So the tiebreaker should be who has more speed. And yet the Mimic, well, I guess, I mean, as long as whatever's happening stays consistent for the realm, we can still make use of this. So if we know that the Mimic is always gonna go first in this realm, we can work with that. In a different realm, if we see the Animatus going first, and if he's always going first, we can work with that. What we can't work with is if we can't predict who's going first. What are you? The Dragon Master. Dragons are cunning creatures, but one of the dragons is really annoying. The one with the dragon claws. Brilliant strategy, whatever. Yeah, I'll fight your dragons. Ooh, we've got a bunch of minions. You know what? Let's stop these guys. Do a bit of this action. Oh yeah, the dragon claws. Piercing dragon claws. What? As long as we're not losing max health. I don't really care what they do to our stats. Oh, you're silenced. Well, that sucks. And they are dead. Gives us our 8th victory against those guys. But I'll just summon one group of these guys. Not a huge fan of this realm, but might as well get at least a bit of divination action going on. Oh, hey, something very important just happened. I'll show you right now. Might as well. We just hit 70%. 70%. We get a Steam achievement for that as well. Each individual percent of this game that you complete gets you a Steam achievement. You have 7/10 of the total achievement points in this game. Bastion of the Void is tenebrous. So that's another big moment in the series, another big milestone moment. Okay, so this time we see that they're silenced after casting, but some of them kept on casting because of the unusual way in which the game, or the unintuitive way in which the game queues up certain things. So even though the icon for them being silenced appeared right away, because I guess it considered those other things as happening simultaneously, they just kept on happening, despite the fact that they should have been silenced. Anyway, that's probably not worth exerting too much effort trying to understand why, because the game is just, it does things strangely, right? It's just odd in how it sequences the actions in its battles, and there's just not a lot you can do about it. You can try your best to understand it, but sometimes strange things will happen and it just will not make sense. You just gotta make peace with it. That's just the kind of game this is. Honestly, it's a miracle that battles aren't even more, bewildering and incomprehensible. Given what a complex game this is, given the so many creatures, each with their own traits, then they've got fusion traits, then there are realm properties, then some of them have artifacts that do other things. Like, even enemies have artifacts. Not as complicated as the artifacts that players make. Like, I don't think enemy artifacts can have, like, nether stones, for example, but sometimes they can have status effects that trigger on certain conditions. Stuff like that, I think. Or like spells. And given all of these things put together, it really, like, the game doesn't descend into total madness that often, which is actually quite impressive if you really think about it, especially playing on instability. If you're playing on 0 instability, where enemies aren't even fused, yeah, I expect the game would be much, much simpler. We're done. That might be a nemesis creature. Let me just, yeah. It's worth fighting nemesis creatures, because you never know. Never know what you'll get. I'll hit you, and you know what? We'll summon some more, and we'll just kill however many we run across in this short walk to the exit. It's taking a long time though, because of how often they are resisting our damage, and this time our animatus is going first. See, that's a bit of an issue if we can't Stats are swapped. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. See, in realms where stats are swapped, we probably will not be able to reliably say which of our guys is going first. It'll just be a 50-50 thing. Alright, we'll kill these two and then we'll head on to the next realm. Might as well like hit it. Just, oh, we didn't collect the fairy. That's right. So I'm glad I came down here. Because there she is, just waiting for us. Would have been a shame to just leave her waiting. I'll kill this last one. And let's move. New realm. We have a false god to take down. Resurrect on death. We can deal with this. And Caliban, in fact, has a kind of unskippable resurrection thing that he does. So we're just gonna go into the Arachnid Nest. We're not gonna put on Firestarter. And I'll tell you why. It's because we're gonna see if our macro does a good enough job. Oh no. Fused to the fort. See, there's no way I could have predicted this. This is gonna be fucking disaster. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this. Like, of all the fucking hell, man. Ugh. Fuck off, dude. What the fuck is... Oh my god, are you serious? Okay, whatever. Oh god, are you seriously? Oh no. Oh, what the... Okay. Okay, I'll take that. Oh man, I'm just not happy with how this realm has shaped up. Are you serious? God damn it. Take that. Why though? Just the fucking worst. What are they doing? Oh, are you fucking kidding me, Matt? Oh god, fucking damn it. This... it's so demoralizing every time you come across this... oh, and of course... oh my god, what... it's fucking miserable. It's why, man? But like, he's still casting shit even though he's silenced. Look, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? Come on. Hey, what happened? I set them on fire. What, man, come on. Come on. Okay. Let's gather ourselves. We can do this. Excuse me? Fuck off, dude. What is your... I don't care. Okay, you know... okay. Oh, very good, very good. Let's just try and... oh, no. Let's buff ourselves a little bit more. Serious. Let's buff ourselves a little bit more. Now let's try and win. There we go. That should do it. God, man, Vortex is a fucking Vortex. Like, we've had so many awful enemy fusions in the last few episodes. It's been disgusting. It's been despicable. It's been deplorable. Oh, are you fucking kidding me, man? Alright, let's take care of these guys. Be back. Oh my god, okay, let's... okay. 4 enemies still. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious, Matt? How many different races are there? There are a lot. There are a fucking lot, is the answer. And so how is it that we keep running into the same handful of utter garbage pieces of trash. How is that? Like, I'm starting to think that things might be a little rigged. You know, this is how conspiracy theories start. Fuck off, dude. Oh, God, man. Fuck off. What the... Fuck off. How are they casting spells while silenced? It's like, that's another disappointment, is that apparently... Oh, fucking course! We get the bad fucking outcome. Is that... I put that vortex trait on my mimic to ensure that this doesn't happen. Let me... Actually, you know what? Let me go to my codex. Are there any other traits that deal with silence? Nope, that's not how you spell silence. And let's check. Let's check. We have 2 pages. Again, this happens after the cast, but then that doesn't always work. After enemy dodges... Starts with silenced, okay. Oh no, this is a god trait. I was like, ooh, this is amazing, but no. This is a god thing. Start of battle... At the start of battle, scorned or silenced. This could be good. No, grimoires are immune to silenced. All of your creatures are siren. You can have scorned and silenced at the same time. If all are spell main, they're immune to silenced. That's not a... None of these are going to be the thing. What? A single target chaos spell, that's very specific. Scorned or silenced. Stifle is what we have, and it's not really working. Oh, this is it. This is it. At the start of battle, enemies are afflicted with silence for 1 turn. At the start of battle, we're gonna go back home and we're gonna swap out the vortex thing and we're gonna put this. It only lasts 1 turn. 1 turn is all we need. The only thing is that it has to be at the start of battle and not based on some other trigger. Okay, well, I'm glad we got that sorted out. I just gotta hunt down this last guy. Now, we spent a lot of time figuring that out, but I'm glad we did, because now it's gonna... These fucking guys, man. These fucking guys. Has the portal opened? Yes, it has. Okay, so we're not going to get into any more combat for the rest of this. Scratch that. We are going to get into combat. It was a Nyx trait that we're going to put on our Mimic. At the start of battle, enemies are silenced for one turn. Alright. Before we do that, let's just make sure we're good. We're good. Alright, let's go in. Also, let me just see how long we've been recording for. Again, it feels like a slowish episode. Yeah, already 45 minutes. I feel like we've barely done any realms at all. You know, some days you just have a bit of a slow time. It's okay. This is gonna be an easy, straightforward fight, just other than the fact that we gave him the damage cap. But I don't think we made him immune to anything. Did we? I should have checked. So we can damage him with regular attacks, that's good. I think we can damage him with spells as well. And this is a very annoying boss to have the damage cap against. Let's do Entangling Roots just to make sure, you know. That yeah, you're taking spell damage as well. You're already going down. We got this. God, his guys are resurrecting. They're fucking resurrecting. They have extra resurrections on top of his. Excuse me? Fuck off, dude. Okay. I think we got this. Yeah, let's just do this. And now everything should be targetable. Excuse me? Does he have one more resurrection? No. He should just be dead. Get fucked, Caliban. Excuse me? Oh my god. Yeah, I think the extra resurrection from the realm is interacting with his own trait in some really unusual way. It really did feel like he was resurrecting more than he should have. Maybe I'm just not keeping count of it properly. So what we're looking for from this is life mastery. And we got a bunch of masteries that we didn't need. That's interesting. Soul Shield. This isn't a minion build, but I'm sure there are ways to do that. You know what, let's get Nature Mastery. Heaping Treasure gives us just a bit of reputation. Okay. That's fine. And let's head home and let's make that change to our build that we said we would make. Where's the exit? Here's the exit. So we're gonna go back to the blacksmith. We're gonna get rid of that vortex thing. Get rid of stifle and it was a siren thing. Was it? Thought it was a siren thing. It was a Nyx thing. It was a Nyx thing. Well, which Nyx was it? Nyx Informer Mask. Let's socket this in. God, now I've got that song in my head. Oh God, you know that Informer. Oh God, why? Oh no. Even when things are working out, the game's finding ways trolling me. It's not a bad song, it's just the kind of song that gets stuck in your head for like weeks at a time. What was it called? Oh, Informer Shade. Informer what? Hang on. Informer Mask, sorry, Informer Mask. Now, finally, this is done. Let's also set a new bounty with... We didn't get the mastery that we wanted, so we'll set another bounty with Caliban. And then we'll continue. And, yeah, we'll just continue onwards. If we have a boss fight, we'll go back to the Arachnid Nest. But we don't, so we'll go to our next realm on the list, which in this case, I'll tell you in just a moment. Let's first roll our bonus. Any day now. Oh, but we got 3. Well, I mean, it was just barely acceptable, but it was acceptable, and I rolled past it because I didn't catch myself quickly enough. I am actually pretty tired. It is pretty late at night. The cherry coke caffeine is definitely wearing off. And all I need to do is roll competently one final time for the night. Surely I can do it. 413. There we go. There we go. And where do we need to go is the question. And how... And this fucking assassination is gonna take ages. It's gonna take ages. We're gonna have to finish it next episode. But we're close enough that we might as well complete it for a bit more piety. Just, 3 realms is worth it for, like, 7,000-8,000 we'd get. Now I've been completely thrown off. Where do we need to go? Also, hang on. Let me check one thing. So those decorations that we were unlocking, those aren't columns. Are they statues? Find your balance. Yeah, they are statues. Yeah, I was wondering where we'd find this particular thing, because it looks pretty fucking amazing. You can't really see it against this backdrop. I'll figure out what to do with it. Okay, so those... That's the only thing I want to check, is that where do those decorations go. They go in statues, which is a short list, which makes it easier to find. And also, which realm are we going to? Don't get this sidetracked. Okay, we're going to Venodon, which means caustic reactor. Right. Caustic reactor. They do have salamanders in there, but we should have a way of dealing with them. We should have this. Honestly, I should have thought of this ages ago. But ages ago, I probably still thought that I needed disposability. So, probably, even if I had thought of it, I might not have implemented it. Alright, let's get the things that we need. The throne. The banner that evidently we didn't get. And I think this will also be a statue. That looks pretty awesome. So at least we know all these extra decorations are going to be going into the statue section. So we can just look at all of those when we're done. Rupture. Okay. Alright, that seems fine. Yeah. Sure, that seems okay. Alright, sure. Adrenaline rush. I'm not too excited about that. Oh yeah. And this guy also sells the very, very important Clayman spell. So in case you're wondering where to get it, you get it right there. And we're just going to spend the rest on keys. And this takes us to 458. We're getting there. We're getting there. Get an achievement as well. Ah, oh, beautiful. Enemies are silenced. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, and they're elementals as well. This is beautiful. It's not gonna work in boss fights because it'll be a resisted silence. These guys are still gonna be able to, you know, hit us with their nonsense. But in case enemies are ever fused with salamanders again, this time they won't know. Excuse me, why are these guys resistant? It's not a realm property to be resistant to debuffs. And I know because in the first battle we had, they were properly silenced. Oh, that's bizarre. Anyway, let's talk to you. The Devil Master. Each devil specializes in destroying creatures that belong to a certain class. What's more, Krampus allows my other devils to share their power, so that they can handle anything you throw their way. Let's fight. But be warned, this won't be easy, except it is going to be easy. It's going to be so easy. It's going to be absurdly easy. But thanks for the battle. Alright. That's our 9th victory against those guys. But yeah, I think this is definitely a very good thing that we did for our build. The silence is gonna... I'm just gonna pay dividends, not just against salamanders, but, you know, in extra trait realms, very often one of their traits is gonna cause them to try and cast some spell at the start of combat. In fact, let me just go to the codex. Start. Off. Start of comb. Oh, I guess you can't search for multiple words. But trust me, there are a lot of traits where stuff happens at the start of combat, including spellcasting. This realm, I believe, does give you a way to intrinsically silence enemies. Does it? Maybe not. But other realms do, but not all of them. So the Arachnid Nest definitely doesn't. So if you want to have your enemies silenced in that realm, you either have to do it this way or you are just out of luck. Well, you know what, let's get some of these animations on the field. And we're done with the realm. We've also beaten the master, so we can head out whenever we choose. We are also past the 1 hour mark, which means that it is about time to start wrapping up. I'm just gonna quickly explore the rest of this realm, and then we'll start drawing things to a close. We got oh no, we've got quite a bit left to explore. I thought we were almost done, but no, there's quite a bit left. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's another card in the bank. Second card of the episode. One we got from random loot. One we got from farming. And you know what? Even though I'm gonna have to fight through a crowd of these guys to get there, I'm gonna head straight back to the candle. And I'm gonna start summoning the next, and I believe final, animation enemy. Because wouldn't it be swell if we were able to somehow complete the animation set? Wouldn't that be amazing? You know what? I'm gonna hit this guy just to clear out another mob, another space for the summoning. Eye animation for one of these. And now we will take out some of these guys, and if we're really lucky, we'll get a card. Another one of these guys, that's okay. You... We still have more in this realm to explore, that's the other thing. So I don't want to get too sidetracked. But we are going to be taking a bit of a break from candle summoning once the weekly bonus comes to an end, which is going to be very soon. I think once it hits midnight, it rolls over to the next one. So, you know, might as well just try our best while we can. And I think we've killed quite a few of these guys. Alright. Let's take you down. Yeah, okay, I'll hit you as well. And now I think we'll stop summoning, we'll just complete the realm, we'll kill whoever we run across. And then we'll call it good. So it's been another productive episode. We didn't really get to test out our macro. But in a way, that's a blessing, because that just meant we didn't run into that many extra trait realms. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from trying it out outside of an extra trait realm, right? Oh no, stats are swapped in this realm as well. Never mind. Never mind. Don't really need any more of these guys, but I guess I'll kill you anyway. Oh, and there's a nemesis creature. There we go. These spell mains, I don't trust them either. They seem like the kind of creature that would cast a bunch of spells if you gave them the chance to do so. Right. Take you down. And kill all of these redundant air animations. I guess they all just congregated this corner of the map. Useless. We do have this room. Alright, you're down. Nothing in those chests means we are just about ready to head home. Just got a few more of these guys to take down. I tell you what. Because it is definitely going to be the final episode before card week ends. And because this is definitely the final realm of the episode, the final realm of the episode, I'm gonna do one more. One more group of 20. Except I'm going to do it off screen and I will let you know what I found or what I didn't find, because I think you've sat through just about enough of this, and yeah, I'll spare you this grind. I'll just let you know what I found. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, final enemy coming up. No card so far. Is there going to be a miracle? There is not. And just to prove to you, animation card set still not complete. If this realm was a better farming realm, I would maybe consider doing a little bit more farming, but not under these circumstances. We're definitely done. We're definitely done. Alright, we're just gonna head home. Alright, let's reflect on what we accomplished in this realm. We found a couple cards. Takes us to 565. Still very slowly but surely making progress on this count. We must have also found nether stones, you know. It's another thing that keeps showing up from time to time. Let's take a look at some of our recent achievements. Yeah, the usual ones for beating... although we didn't actually beat any nether bosses in this episode, I don't think. Because we have another boss fight coming up. In fact, we can roll a bonus for it. We're not going to do it right now, but, you know, we'll roll our bonus for the next episode. Judgment and Mercy, 357... is gonna have to be fine. It's gonna have to be good enough. But yeah, speaking of achievements, we also hit 70%, which puts us like each 10% that we do from now on is gonna feel so hard fought, because a lot of the easy achievements are behind us. A lot of, you know, the low-hanging fruit achievements are behind us. The ones that remain are going to be very, very tough to get. Yeah, next episode we're going to continue on doing regular rounds. We'll hit up some of these other bosses, buy some emblems from them, and so on. And eventually we will take another crack at the Gate of the Gods. And it's gonna happen pretty soon, but for now I think we are gonna have to draw this episode to a close. Oh yeah, before we end, one other very important thing that we did is we made a change to our build where for the artifact trait on the Mimics item, we changed it from disposability, which meant our buffs persist through death, to supersonic. Now, the disposability was giving us a bit of protection, which meant our buffs, if we had some important buff, it would stay even if our creature got killed. Our creatures aren't getting killed that often, but sometimes things do get dangerous, so we are trading away a bit of defensive security in favor of something that's going to help us tremendously in trash mob fights, especially fights where our enemies are wasting our time casting spells. And all we really needed is something to silence enemies at the start of combat, and we have it in place. It hasn't really shown for us yet. It's really gonna shine in the next realm where enemies are fused with salamanders. I like at this point I cannot wait for the next realm where enemies are fused with salamanders, because frankly, it's about time we got our revenge. And of course, now that we're actually prepared for it, we're never gonna see salamander fusions again for the rest of this game. I fucking guarantee it. When we weren't prepared for it, we were seeing them every few realms. Now that we've done it, how much do you want to bet we're never gonna see those guys again? Regardless, there are other enemies that it's useful against. You know, like Pandoras, Vulpas. Those guys, I know they cast a bunch of spells at the start of combat. Other enemies do it as well, but yeah, we have that. And even if we never run into salamanders ever again, it is going to, over the long run, save us a lot of time. And I think that's probably one of the more significant changes we've made to our build in quite a while. But anyway, with that, I think it is time to draw this episode to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you had a good time. I thought it was a pretty, chill, relaxing episode myself, and I hope you did too. And I hope you'll join me for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.